Master Robert Morrison. I'm here from Lee's Martial Arts in downtown Renton. Every year we host the largest Tae Kwon Do tournament anywhere in the Northwest, where we draw competitors from all over Washington, Canada, Oregon, Idaho, and as far as Montana. So any Tae Kwon Do enthusiasts out there are sure welcome to come. All this started under Master Tae Lee, who's been in Washington since the early 70s. He's had schools all over the Tri-Cities area, all over the Puget Sound area. Right now there's currently 9 Lee's Martial Arts schools with his name on it. And before that he had schools in California in the late 60s and also in Texas. Here in our martial arts school we serve the community, and we start as young as 4 years old. We have a program for just 4 and 5 years old called Little Kickers. That's where they learn just the basics. They learn coordination and agility drills, and we try to get them going with their left and right so they can improve their balance and mind and learn a lot more martial arts skills before they get into a regular kids program. Our regular kids program consists of children between the ages of 6 and 12, and once they reach the age of about 13, they qualify to enter our teen adult class, and that's for our basic Tae Kwon Do program. We also have adults of all ages. We promoted black belts into their 60s, men and women, black belts into their 60s. Also here in our school we have fitness kickboxing and Zumba classes, as well as we have a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu program. And through all the Lee's martial arts schools, they'll have independent owners there where they have different programs in each school. I know some schools they have Pilates or yoga going on, so you have to check all the different websites. I think our website, leesmartialarts.org, will have a lot of our sister and brother schools around the area here with their websites, and you can check to see what programs they have as well. Not only do we serve students in this area, but a lot of students drive 30, 45 minutes to come to one of our locations to train. And we have multiple families where there's more than one person training. So you have mom and dad training. Sometimes the mom is doing Tae Kwon Do first, sometimes it's the dad, sometimes the kids start Tae Kwon Do first, and then later on one of the parents or both of the parents will get started in the martial art program. Our belt system is designed to be a goal setting system where you start off with a white belt and you learn basic techniques. I think we have 4 blocks that we teach at the white belt level, and we have 4 kicks. And you work on that and you get in shape. We do a lot of core training where we focus on training the abs and the lower back and the glutes, and get all of the students, especially the teenagers and adults, we like to really get them in shape and get them moving their body and sweating. That's one of the most important things in the beginning. And as they get moving and lose weight and build confidence, they go through our belt system where we have 12 belts that lead up to the black belt. And 1 year before black belt, we have a black belt ascension journal where candidates will meet with a mentor every week all the way through that whole year, and it'll help them lay out their road to black belt, what they have to do. We have endurance tests that we do, so their cardio is getting better, and we have physical fitness requirements as well, where they start off obviously low, and then by the end of the year before black belt, all the candidates are a lot stronger and a lot better cardio shape than they were at the beginning.
Hi, my name is Sarah Lestock, and I've been training at Lee's Martial Arts for about 1.5 years. As Robert mentioned, there's a number of families who train here together. My family is an example of that. My daughter started about 2 years ago. Lee's Martial Arts is very active in the community, came out into her school, gave a demo lesson, and invited kids to come out and give it a shot and come and earn their white belt. My daughter was immediately interested in the program, and so we were able to work out a schedule to allow her to come and train. It wasn't very long that after she started training that I was interested and started training in September of that same year. Got very active, very interested, and it was a matter of we were here probably 5 days a week. In December of that year, my husband also decided to start training. It was an example of he couldn't come into the class, but he started doing private lessons and then was able to work his schedule out. So now, as a family, we're here pretty much 5 days a week training. I can't begin to explain the things it's done for our family. It's been an unbelievable experience. We feel like we have a second family here with Lee's Martial Arts. We're relatively new to Seattle. We were looking for a way to kind of get in and break in with the community, and we couldn't have asked for a better place. I'm in here, in addition to the training that I do, I'm in here 2 days a week, working closely with the kids' classes. Love the opportunity to come in and work with the kids who are new to the program. all that interest, all that excitement, and getting to see them start as white belts, and now I have kids that I've been working with who are now working up towards their green, high green, and blue belts. It's an incredibly rewarding experience for me to come in and work with the kids. Personally, before starting with martial arts, I went through a pretty significant weight loss. After hitting my goal, I was looking for another opportunity in another sport that would give me a chance to really work towards a goal. Martial arts was perfect for that, and so while I've been able to maintain my weight, I've also been able to work quickly through the ranks of the belt. And hopefully in a year or so I'll be ready to train and study and test for my black belt. It's an incredible experience, incredible people, great camaraderie, and really pleased that my family has become part of the Lee's martial arts family.
All of our students here, we have an emphasis on exercise and getting them moving their body. We have lots of encouraging signs around all of our schools, not just here at Renton, but up in Shoreline, all the way down to Tacoma. All of our schools, we have banners and flags and new things that come up on the website that are always helping our students to get better every day and inspire them to become better at what they do inside of here in the school, and then also outside of the school to become better moms and dads, brothers and sisters, better employees, better employers. We're always preaching the 5 tenets of Tae Kwon Do, which is courtesy, integrity, indomitable spirit, perseverance, and self-control. All of our students learn about those 5 tenets as they're progressing through the belts. And as obviously, then they get higher belt, they're living more of these tenets more often. And that's one of the goals that Master Lee put into all of his black belt instructors, is to spread that first through the school, and hopefully through the school it's going to affect every community we're in. We have a personal belief that every community needs a really good martial arts school.
My name is Carl Van Cleve. Been involved in Tae Kwon Do for about 10 years. My journey started at a different school that ended up closing down. Myself and my daughter were involved in the competitive sparring side of Tae Kwon Do, and after that school closed, we found our way here to Lee's Martial Arts. Tae Kwon Do, for myself and my own personal journey, I think I started when I was 37 years old. Always been active, but nothing real strict, didn't do anything regular. So as soon as I started Tae Kwon Do, it gave me some goals to obviously try to achieve to become a black belt, which is why most people enter the doors, I believe. But the exercise benefits I soon realized were beneficial to me. So I started feeling better, started losing weight, was healthy, started eating better, and soon realized that I wanted to make it a lifestyle. My daughter, who started when she was 7 years old and is now 16, 17, she has also had quite a nice journey, has been successful in the competitive ring nationally and internationally. So it's made our family very close. My wife was involved for quite a while until she had some health problems. So she has since had to stop, but plays quite the cheerleading role and support role as the soccer mom.
Here at Lee's Martial Arts, we believe that every student, when they walk in, can achieve the rank of black belt. A lot of times the instructors will see the potential in the students before the students see it in themselves. So we're always trying to inspire each person, whether they're young or old, or no matter what their body type is, to keep training and to learn about that tenet of perseverance. Keep going when times are hard, and then also to pass it on in class, inspire other people, inspire your teammates, and then outside of here, inspire all your family and friends and coworkers as well to become better people. I briefly spoke earlier about some of the different programs that all the Lee's Martial Arts schools will have in their schools. And here in our school at Renton, we have a team called Renton Tae Kwon Do Athletics, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that raises money to help sparring athletes compete nationally and travel and help them with their quest to become the best fighters in the Northwest and hopefully throughout the United States. What that is here in our school, once you're about the level of green belt, you've been practicing for 8 to 10 months, and you know all the basic kicks, you can come out and try out for our sparring team, which is Renton Tae Kwon Do Athletics, also known as RTA. And RTA will have 2 to 4 practices extra per week on top of their 2 traditional Taekwondo classes, and that gears them up for the rigorous aspect of sparring in the ring at different tournaments. Also, besides RTA, we have what's called a black belt club, and after you've earned your first belt, you are eligible to be invited to the black belt club. The black belt club is 1 extra class per week, and here in our school we have a rotating curriculum where every month we teach something different to our students, so they're not just getting Taekwondo 3 days a week. That 3rd day of the week, if they're coming to a black belt club, they'll be doing something else. Like we just finished an Olympic style sparring semester. And then next week we'll be starting a Hapkido, where they learn about a Korean martial art of self-defense and small joint manipulation. We also do things like wrestling, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, and bow staff and nunchucks training in our black belt club. And then when you get to the rank of 1 GUP or a high red belt here in our school, you can be invited into our Masters Club. Now, out of the whole school, maybe only 5% of the students get invited into Masters Club. It's a select group of students who have good self-control, good focus, and they're eager and willing to learn and help each other and help the school. So we teach them a little bit extra on top of the black belt club. They may learn more Hapkido than the black belt club. They learn more than just the basics of wrestling. They may learn some submission holds when we're doing that. They learn a little bit more advanced bow staff techniques. They learn more nunchuck techniques. And they're the top, like I said, the top 5% of the school. And all of our black belts are trained in a lot more than just Taekwondo.
My main focus here at Lee's Martial Arts is part of the RTA that Robert talked about, Renton Tae Kwon Do Athletics, and the sparring team. I still train as much as anybody else does on RTA and compete at some of the bigger tournaments. I enjoy doing that still. And one of my big roles is coaching, which I really enjoy doing. Enjoy inspiring people, helping the kids and some adults to become better and achieve their goals. RTA has approximately 12 to 15 kids. Most of them come regularly. It's not super strict. A lot of them have other things going on in their life. School is the biggest thing, school and their home stuff. RTA comes second, although it's very important. So they spend a lot of time in here doing that, which keeps them busy and out of trouble. I think it's great for kids to have an activity to keep them occupied, keep them healthy, keep them away from different aspects of society that a lot of kids find their way into with idle time.
My name is Nicholas Smith. I actually came through Lee's Martial Arts about 2.5 years ago. I originally came out to West Seattle, and I'm a part of the Lee's Martial Arts school there. So one of the things that I love is the fact that Lee's Martial Arts has a sense of camaraderie. A lot of the schools interact with each other so that if you're in the Shoreline school, you can actually come and work out down in the West Seattle school. And if you're in the West Seattle school, you can come down and work at the Renton school. And so my story is that I received my black belt from the Lee's Martial Arts School in West Seattle, and I joined the RTA program that Robert has here in the Renton school, and have had an extraordinary time. So my story at Taekwondo actually started back when I was 16. I had taken a few years of Taekwondo and then graduated from high school and then went off to college at the University of Arizona. One of the issues was I didn't necessarily have the best place to go and continue my training, and so 10 years later I actually found the Lee's Martial Arts School. So as you can see to my left, it says perseverance, which is one of the tenets of Taekwondo, and the times when you think that you're not going to make it, or if you're ever going to finish the goal that you started, I was able to do that here. So I feel really happy and really excited and really privileged to be able to accomplish my goal of actually getting a black belt and continuing from there.
My name is Michael Zhang. I've been training here since I was 13, so I've been here about 9 years. It'll be 9 years in October, so I've been here for quite a while now. It's one of the best places to be. I call this place my second home. If I ever have any place I need to go, do homework, study, be around people that I know love me and support me, I always come down here. This is the best place to be. We actually have our breakathon coming up. We've had a couple smaller ones. We had one in the back in our parking lot, I think a year. And the next year we had at McLendon's, was a little bit bigger. And then last year we actually did it with our summer camp and our Renton River Days parade. And we actually broke the boards down at the Renton River Days Kids Day. And we made a big deal about it. We raised a lot of money for community schools in Renton. We partner with them a couple times a year. We do the breakathon for them. We also do the toy drive for them in December for Christmas. And it's an awesome. It gets the community involved. It gives us a lot of publicity. It really helps people know what it is we're all about. And this year I'm really excited because we actually are pairing up with several other martial arts schools and just making it really big, having a big joint community martial arts for the community to see. It's going to community school in Renton, so it's going to help people that are, or kids in this Renton school district that are not as well off financially, and it's going to help pay for their school supplies, help them, stay in school and do the things that they need to do in order to have a good future. I just saw, a lot of kids, raise a lot of money, and they did it with so much enthusiasm, so much excitement. I've never seen kids so excited to raise money. When I was a kid and we did fundraisers at school, I never really went out there and really tried to fundraise. But the kids that I saw last year from our school, they were so excited about it, and they were to see them out there breaking boards, working hard, competing against each other, also, to see who could break the most boards. It was really awesome. I wish when I was a kid I could have gotten money. I could have gotten money as a fundraiser to break boards instead of selling wrapping paper or candy or anything like that. I'd much rather have broken boards.
Hi, my name is Rick West. I'm a martial artist and I practice at Kim's Tae Kwon Do in Renton. Kim's Tae Kwon Do was asked by Lee's Martial Arts downtown Renton to participate in what's called a breakathon at Renton River Days. The purpose of that is to get donations that we were going to then commingle and give to communities and schools of Renton, which is for kids at risk. The reason that I got involved is I think that kids that are at risk need mentors. I also think that Taekwondo and martial arts is good mentorship. It also helps when the adults show the kids that it's good to give instead of receive. So this is one way that we can give back to the community. Next year we're going to ask more martial arts schools in the area to participate in the breakathon also. We think we'll have all the wrinkles worked out by then, and we'll be able to ask more people to help. The more people we get helping, the more money that we generate. The vision of this is from Jeffrey Driver of Lee's Martial Arts. His vision is that this goes nationwide, and we create all martial arts schools in the United States, creating a breakathon, getting donations, and handing them off to communities and schools. Communities and Schools is a nationwide organization. We're giving our check to communities and schools of Renton but it doesn't necessarily mean this couldn't happen in Kansas City, Orlando, Florida, New York City. At Kim's Taekwondo Martial Arts in Renton, we like to work with all the other martial arts schools to show the community that it's good to give back. It's also good exampleship where adults are helping out and the kids can follow that example into their adult life and they'll do the same thing.
My name is Dustin Tae Kwon. I started here at Kim's Taekwondo when I was 6 years old, when Master Hinkle originally brought the program to Renton. We started at the North Highlands Community Center. That was in 1996. And then I earned my first degree black belt when I was 10 years old in the 5th grade. And then since then, I now have a 4th degree black belt. I started a program at the Skyway Boys and Girls Club. I taught there when I was in high school for 2 years, starting 2007 to 2008. And then I'm currently at the University of Washington studying international studies. I teach a club there for undergraduate students. We meet twice a week. Taekwondo has been a huge influence in my life. Even for when I applied to college, my personal statement, the admissions essay that we write, it was about Taekwondo and how it's taught me the self-confidence in myself, how it's empowered me, how it's helped me develop into the person I've become. It's also given me a lot of different skills. I've learned to run my own franchise of the program at the Skyway Boys and Girls Club. I've adapted it to a different way at the University of Washington. And I've made a lot of contacts and a lot of friends and a lot of lifelong supporters because of it. The way Taekwondo has influenced me the most is how I view self-esteem and self-confidence as really the ways to get ahead in life. A lot of times people can have a negative attitude or let things get them down. But through Taekwondo I've learned that even if there's an obstacle in your way, there's always a way to get past that obstacle and get through it. One of the requirements I had when I was a 3rd degree black belt, I was 15 years old, was to break 5 boards. Now the policy is if you're 14 and under, you're not allowed to break boards because of the different bones in your feet that haven't developed yet, and you might damage them if you try to break. So I went from breaking very few boards, just as practice, to breaking 5, which each one's a 1 inch, so it's about this big. That was probably one of the biggest challenges I faced in Taekwondo, and physically I didn't think I could do it. I was just a small high school kid, kind of scrawny, kind of little. But after months and months of practicing, I really realized it was more of mind over matter than anything else. I had the skill. I had been practicing Taekwondo for 12, 13 years at the time. I had the skill, I had the ability. It was really all in my head. And when I finally passed my test and I broke the boards, I remember feeling a sense of relief, and that really translated for me into different parts of my life and made me always remember that even if I get tied up in my head and how I do things, I can always get through it as long as I put my mind to it.
And the splinters fly everywhere.